High quality blood is an absolute must to getting an edge over your opponents and become the most feared vampire in both PvE and PvP in V Rising. Well guys, my name is 4am, you've come to the right place if you want to quench your thirst with the absolute best blood in the game, as this will be your ultimate guide to getting all blood types 100% fast, from the best farming routes and safely securing prisoners, to keeping them well fed, and plenty more essential tips and tricks you want to know. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right to it. Quick reminder, as official G-Portal partner, I can give you a sweet discount on server hosting if you use my personal ref link in the description down below. Not only will you save a nice amount of money, but also support the channel while you're at it. Alright, so let's start off with the essentials, things you want to unlock before you can start hunting for the best quality blood in the game. You want to have access to both Dominate Human and also Blood Hunger, which you will unlock after some progression in the game. You also want to have prison cells inside your base, for which you want to take care of a specific V-Blood boss called Vincent, the Frost Bringer. Place as many of these prison cells inside your base, as this allows you to capture all different blood types in the game and have the highest quality possible. To find and capture the best quality blood and also the type you want to have for your specific builds, you want to trigger Blood Hunger, as this will highlight all the different blood types and qualities in the area. Alright, look at that. We currently have a 93% warrior blood right in front of us, which means we first carefully want to take care of his friends, so it's going to be a lot easier to dominate this human. Especially AoE damage from either the Veil of Chaos, your weapons, or even fire from your opponents can destroy that precious high quality blood, so definitely be careful with that. Anyways, once you've isolated and secured the target, it's time to weaken it a little bit and then cast Dominate Human. If you didn't come prepared, it can be a true pain to safely get that Dominated Human inside one of your prison cells, especially if you're far away from your base, as you won't be able to use your wolf or bat shapeshift forms. You can mount on a horse to make the trip a little bit faster, while you want to be extremely cautious when making that run to your base, as any type of AoE damage can destroy your servant, while it can also get stuck from time to time, so please don't mess this up. Anyways, here we are back in the base. We can safely store that sweet 93% warrior blood inside the cellar. I know this is a pretty tedious process, but trust me guys, if you come prepared, life will be so much easier. So what you want to do is check out the alchemy table, as this is where you can craft Dusk Callers. These summon a swarm of bats and instantly transport any of the humans in your power back to the nearest prison cell inside your base. Earlier today, I was hunting for some higher quality scholar blood and came across this sweet 84% devoted dude, which I was able to dominate and instantly teleport to one of my prison cells with the use of the Dusk Caller. So you want to have a couple of these items with you to make securing any type of high quality blood so much easier. Anyways, let's move on to all the different blood types which you can get your hands on in the game and my absolute favorite places to farm for them. Worker blood is amazing to make farming resources so much more efficient, which can be found pretty easily from the early game if you move to the Farbane Woods and check out the Bandit Copper Mine. While later in the game you want to make your way to the Dunley Farmlands, I think these farms right here are also a nice place to check them out. To the north in Gloomrod you also have the Thunderstrike Peak, Transcendent Power Plant, as well as the Storm Drain Hills, where you can also find plenty of workers. Next up, we have Rogue Blood, which comes with amazing stats for certain builds. Rogue Blood can be found pretty much anywhere in the world, while I recommend you to focus on the higher density places in and around the haunted Iron Mine, near the Bastion of Dunley. Also check out Brighthaven, the city in the Silverlight Hills right here, and also check out this place, the Pools of Rebirth, the Rustlock Village, and Transcendent Mine and Machine Factory. Earlier today, I managed to capture this 100% rogue militia archer in the Dunley Farmlands. You want to be careful for these specific ones, as with the fire arrows, boy oh boy, they deal a ton of damage. The 93% warrior, which we captured earlier, comes with amazing stats for melee builds. Can be farmed pretty easily in spots similar to that of rogues, as they can be found in high density places near the haunted Iron Mine, the Bastion of Dunley, the Brighthaven City in Silverlight Hills, and also near all these different points of interest in Gloomrod. Scholar Blood is essential for any spellcaster build as it comes with amazing boosts to all that. I think these are a little bit trickier to farm for, while there are some amazing spots to check out. Especially both the Dunley Monastery as Mosswick Village are places filled with scholars, while you also want to check out the Dawnbreak Village as this one also comes with a church in the very north of this zone. Brood Blood is one of, if not my hands down, favorite type of blood for PvE in general, as it comes with a whole lot of lifesteal, increase your primary attack speed, gain a gear score level. It can also be found frequently in Brighthaven City, in and around the mines right here. Also check out the Bastion of Dunley and all these different points of interest in Gloomrod. Again, I managed to secure a very high quality blood in Dunley, a 96% brood, while I actually came across a 98% in Brighthaven City. This place is packed with broods. I think the absolute best place to farm for them. While Mutant Blood is a whole different story, as this specific blood type is much more difficult to get your hands on. In my opinion, not really worth it either, as it only comes with reduced blood drain rate, increase all resistances, movement speed while shapeshifting, and also gives you a chance to convert a victim to a random mutant when killing them with a bite. And yeah, unfortunately, this blood type can only be found of nasty creatures, not any human type of enemies, so you won't be able to secure these and safely bring it back to your base. If, however, you're still interested in getting your hands on these specific bonuses for your builds, I think the best place to farm for it would be near Rustlock Village, Pools of Rebirth, and the Transcendum Mine. You have plenty of these very small camps with all these yellow pools where you can actually find plenty of mutants to secure the blood type. Creature Blood is pretty amazing to get your hands on for maneuverability and travel in general. Pre 1.0, in the early days of V-Rising, it wasn't possible to secure this specific blood type, while right now what you want to do is travel to the Dunley farmlands and check out a specific place called Gracefall Village. This is where you will find a V-Blood boss called Wilfred, the village elder, who turns into a werewolf during the night. All the mobs in the same zone also turn into wolves with Creature Blood. The catch right here is that you can't dominate humans when they are turned into wolves, so you want to wait for daytime. If you manage to secure a high quality worker in this specific zone during the day, well, it actually turns into a werewolf, so you can have a high quality blood of 2 different types on demand in one single prison cell. With the new 1.0 update, we also gain access to a new blood type, Draculin. Could be interesting in different situations like PvP during the night, while it's also a little bit more tricky to get your hands on. I already found plenty of these monsters with a high quality blood type, while unfortunately you can't capture them as they are not humans. So you want to focus on the disciples or acolytes, which you can come across in pretty much any of these zones or points of interest. This is the type of guy or lady you want to capture, as they can actually be converted into a prisoner. If you're just getting started with high quality hunting or in general need plenty of different types, allow me to save you a ton of time by sharing my favorite hotspots. Especially in the Dunley farmlands, this specific zone right here is filled with warriors, rogues, brutes, and scholars. I also keep revisiting Brighthaven City in the Silverlight Hills because it's also filled with all the different blood types, while I also have a nice farming route going from the Pools of Rebirth to Rustlock Village, all the little camps right here along the roads, as well as the Transcendum Mine and Machine Factory. While for scholars specifically, Dunley Monastery and Mosswick are great. You can follow the road right here. Also check out this Dawnbreak Village with also that church. And yeah, for Draculins, I'd say just go for the Rift Incursions, for which I already made an ultimate guide, which you can find in the top right of the screen. You definitely don't want to miss it, as it can give you access to the absolute best weapons in the game. Now you're probably wondering, should I focus on bringing 60 plus blood to my base already, or exclusively focus on things that are 90% or higher? Well, long story short, if you already come across something with like 70% and don't have anything else inside your base, bring it to it, as of course it's better than nothing. While if you want to save time, you should exclusively focus on 80% plus. Let me show you why. If we drink a, let's say, 58% blood, we only get 2 different blood bonuses. If we go to, let's say, 76%, it's 3, which is pretty decent, while if you go to 80 plus, the bonuses will be much higher. Let's quickly check out this 96% blood, which I still have in the base. If we drink it, we actually get 4 bonuses. Well, of course, you guessed it, with the 100% blood, we will boost all the above effects by 25%. So yeah, this is your ultimate goal to focus on, while it can be pretty difficult to achieve. Very interesting though, it is possible to upgrade blood qualities, make them even better with a specific item from the alchemy table as well. This one is called the Irradiant Gruel. As the game suggests, it is not recommended for consumption. Let me quickly show you how it works, as we currently have 2 different warriors inside our base, a 93 and also a 77. All the way to the bottom is where you can find Defeat Prisoner, which increases the blood quality of the prisoner by 1 to 2%, but it also has a very high chance of turning it into a raging mutant. Let me quickly show you the RNG of this effect. Look! It easily turns into a mutant, which, well, pretty much ruins the high quality blood which we had inside our base. Of course, if you weaken the target and drink its blood, you still have a very high quality mutant blood type active. Still though, I personally think this is not a very interesting one to focus on. And last but not least, guys, this is a very important topic. Please don't mess this up, as you can easily lose your precious blood. Every time you tap prisoner blood, they will lose a percentage of their HP, up to 60%, while this also increases their misery level by up to 20%. Misery stands for the increased amount of damage they take. If we look at my other prisoners right here, this one comes with a misery of 27, which means they will take even more damage. So after some time, these blood potions can pretty much insta-kill them. So this is something you want to avoid at all times. Instead, you want to make Blood Merlots once you gain access to sacred grapes. This is a fairly mid to late game item accessible in the Silverlight Hills. Go check out the Brighthaven Vineyards where you can get your hands on this specific resource. But yeah, that is what you want to do to basically reduce that misery increase every time you tap the blood. Right here I already have 36%. If your prisoners still have a low misery level, just feed them the Fat Gobies, as they basically recover all the HP, while if they already have a high misery level, you should focus on other fish like the rainbow trout or especially the higher level ones, as they give plenty more misery reduction. Alright, so there you have it, everything you need to know to get your hands on the absolute best blood in the game. If you found this video helpful, it would be amazing if you can spare 1 second of your time and hit that like button and share your favorite blood type in the comments down below. If you have more farm spots to share with the community or questions about the game, make sure to leave them in the comments as well. I have plenty more guides like farming for the best weapons in the game, which you can find in my playlist and the top right of the screen. Right now though, it's 4 AM out, so I want to wish you an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.